Hello everyone. Hope all of you are fine and safe in this pandemic. Today I would like to speak on international migration, and before that I would like to say thanks to The Discourse who has provided me this opportunity to speak on my research area of international migration. When we are talking about pandemic, the pandemic came with huge challenges to the labor markets all across the world. So the Indian migration to the Gulf also is getting hampered by this. Oil prices have been slowed down, and so the Gulf countries are restricting the future projects, and they want to send Indian migrants back to the home country because they are also implementing nationalization policy, and they are implementing this in phases. What is nationalization policy? Nationalization policy is reducing the labor market's dependence, on foreign country laborers. By this way, they are aiming to increase the employment rate of their own nationals in the country. For example, Kuwait is sending around 30 lakh Indian migrants back to the home country, to the India, by 30th of December. So it is expected that those workers, when they are coming back to India, they will be an add-on to the unemployment of the country. So for that we need to be very careful, the government need to be very careful, the policy makers need to be very careful to provide a true picture, and researchers need to be alert on every level by researching, and they should try to focus on the database researching so that employment policy can be made better, and so that we can also absorb Indian migrants who are coming back to the India, to support them, to absorb them in our own labor market. This year, in year 2020, the pandemic year, I will say, IOM in its reports mentions these things. You can go with that: data collection and utilization, legal identity and adequate document, fair recruitment, consular protection, skill development, contributing to sustainable development, ensuring social security mechanism. By the mean of data collection and utilization means when Indian in the context of India, if I say and if I relate, we know that huge number of Indian migrants are coming back to India. So they are coming via airways, or they may come or might come via ships, not sure. So the data can be collected very easily. India don't have the reliable and accurate data on migration because it's very huge in number, and it's highly irregular in nature as well. So this is a good time for the data collection and to utilize it for the employment program of the country to absorb these laborers in Indian labor market. Second, if some of the migrants are still working there, the host country government should ensure, and the home country government should ensure, that the proper legal identity should be carried by the migrants, and the adequate and sufficient number of documents like valid visa, passport, etc., resident address, where they are actually living and residing, where they are actually working, whether they are on employment contract or not. These legal identities should be maintained very carefully. Third is a fair recruitment. That is very much needed in terms of India. For the fair recruitment, the government should focus on the licensed agencies, and they should also focus those unlicensed agencies, those who are actually hiring in big number. They should take proper legal action on them to restrict the illegal recruitment to the Gulf country and to the elsewhere as well. At the host country, the migrants are actually, when we talk about Indian migrants in Gulf, largely and majorly they are of unskilled segment and semi-skilled segment. They are not properly aware of the their legal rights in the Gulf country. So they will definitely need the consular protection throughout their migration circle, and the government of India should actually advise the embassies to come forward towards the protection. They should utilize the Indian Community Welfare Fund in case of distressed migrants. And during my field study, during my PhD in UAE, most of the migrants have actually mentioned in their interview to me that they are not getting proper and sufficient support from the Embassy of India in Gulf countries. Also, they do not tell their legal rights, and they fail to protect them, and they fail to teach them what has to be done and what they cannot done. And for very few amount of the penalties, they are in prison. So the consular protection is required throughout the migration cycle to protect the migrants from any unwanted situation at the foreign land. Also, at the home country, there is a need for a careful observation on skill development programs. Also, the migrants should be trained for contributing to sustainable development of the country of the host country. Host country should also ensure social security mechanism. So these are very few of those recommendations which IOM have presented in 2020's report. Apart from that, what India can do immediately for the migrants, for the welfare of migrants, is they should protect rights, legal rights of migrants who are coming back here. So labor right protection at this moment is very necessary, and government should make sure that there should not be any labor law violations in this difficult situation. Migrants are already in problem because they don't carry their job in foreign land. Most of them will be coming back to India, and here also if they will face any legal labor right problems, then here also if they face any kind of labor related problem or job related problem or employment related problem, then we should not forget that their whole family is depending on the salary of that particular labor. So we must focus on minimum wages, and we should try to increase the rate of daily wages like MG Narega, and it should be widely implemented all across the India, and data collection should be properly done. India can also do one thing, that government should advise missions abroad, Indian missions abroad, to take note of those people who are coming back to India but their employers have not sent salary in their account. They have not got any wages in their account. So they make sure to note of that how many laborers are coming without getting proper salary and wages which they have earned in that country. With that note, I would like to say that thank you for listening to me patiently, and I would definitely like to bring some more issues of laborers in the Gulf countries or across the world. Thank you for listening me, and